Alright people, Catfish Dave here. I get these comments on my YouTube channel. This video was to the people that were saying I need to take tips from Kayak Catfish. I need to find out what he's doing, blah 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 blah. So I figured I would take one video and try to do it like Kayak Catfish. First thing I noticed about his videos is he was getting there way before I was. I don't have much current. I don't know if I can throw this one out or not. We'll find out. If I get too much boat spin, I'll just pull it back in. This time of year you don't get no current till much later in the day. I actually got out here at a decent hour today. Today I'm fishing like Justin Johnson. Today's goal is to get some actual numbers of fish in a video and hoping for a shot at a gollywhopper. I've got a much better shot at accomplishing that goal simply due to the fact that I got my butt out of bed and got out here at a decent hour. I'm so confident I'm gonna catch fish, I'm gonna go ahead and get my landing net ready. Normally, Justin Johnson would be drifting right now, this time of year, but I'm over such a good spot right here that I am going to give this first part of the morning an anchor. First bite already. I ain't been here 10 seconds. Now, one thing I do have to deal with this time of year is the small fish, especially on a morning bite. And in the summer, the gar will always plague you. You'll get these big takedowns, nothing on the other end. Either way, I'm planning on putting some fish in the boat this morning. I'm fishing like Justin Johnson. For all those that don't know who Justin Johnson is, that's a guy called Kayak Catfish on YouTube. He fishes my area. There went some bait jumping over there. I probably got a small fish on this rod. First dink of the day, he's got my line all tangled up with the other rod. Like Justin would say, the skunk is out of the boat. There it goes, there it goes. The old head's getting a takedown. Oh, that's one of them gar I was talking about. You'll get a lot of that out here this time of year. Good bends, no hookups. There he goes, there he goes. That's what happens when a gar hits your bait and he rubs that line right up on his body just right. Looks like I'll tie me another rig here. Dag, blast it. I told you them gar was gonna be out here. We gotta weed through them. And since I am suspend fishing with at least this one rod, I'm gonna tie a little shorter leader on it too. I make what they call a straw snell. I wrap it down back up around the straw, put it through the hole of the straw. Pull that out. And there she is right there. I believe that one hooked himself there. He's on there. That fish right there has wore that headpiece out. I won't be keeping that. Small fish, typical for this time of year, on a morning bite. Dink number 2, they completely shelled that skipjack head. Ain't nothing in there. Y'all notice my boat ain't getting rocked too bad out here this morning. Why? Because I'm fishing Justin Johnson hours. Still no sign of a skipjack bite out here. I'm waiting for it. Also waiting for some of these smaller fish to clear out. I'm obviously over the top of plenty of fish right now. Gar and catfish. I'm bringing these fish up slow because I'm hooking them so deep. Woo! Fish number 3. Fish number 3 for me. I'm gonna put that back down there. Might as well, until something bigger starts showing up. Oh. There's number 4, y'all. Number 4. I call that a score. That's number 4. Woo! And the beauty about coming out here this early is if I don't see nothing of any size in the next hour or so, I've still got time left to hit another section or possibly start drifting. Change tactics a little bit. Either way, I've got 4 in the boat so far, and it's still early. I done had me a malfunction this morning. Even anchored, I got pushed up against that rock bluff up there, and I just had to cut my other rig off. So now we'll retire another one. I've got one bait officially in the water. And I'm still drifting over, so I'm gonna get way out there and I'm gonna re-drop. Having all kind of good luck out here this morning. I appear to have a small fish on that rod to the left there. I've got my rig tied up. number 5. They're running small, but it's still fairly early. 5 fish in the boat, because I'm fishing like Justin Johnson. Number 6 on that old wore out skipjack head. The fish have seemed to move deeper. I'm right at the edge of a hole, right on the ridge of it, but the last 2 fish has come out of deeper, throwing out on the bottom over in about 70 foot. I'll try that one more time, and I may want to reposition my anchor. 6 fish in the boat, fishing like Justin Johnson. We got a little better fish on here now. Definitely bigger than the others. Why? Because I'm fishing like Justin Johnson. This feels like a fun size here. We're getting out of Dinkville and getting into fun size. Yeah. We're going to call that in between a dink and fun. We're going to call that a fun dink. Number 7. I'm in catfish heaven because I'm fishing like Justin Johnson. I believe I'm going to stick around for number 8, and then I'm going to switch gears and start drift fishing bigger bait. One guy's always talking about, I'm always complaining, Justin's always smiling even if he catches a boot. So if I'm going to fish like Justin Johnson, I got to give it a smile. There we go. Woo! I've been reeling in so many fish, I ain't had a chance to eat a Little Debbie. Hey, there could be something to this getting up early thing. I'm starting to run out of skipjack. I'm not used to catching this many fish. I thought I had plenty of bait. And looks like I got a little over 4 skipjack left. Looks like when you fish like Justin Johnson, you got to bring more bait. Who would have thunk it? I see some either skipjack or white bass breaking behind me, and I am low on bait, so I'm gonna throw it right over there in that breaking water with these flies. I got one on. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Now I seen old Justin Johnson. He posted in a video not long ago that he seen skipjack jumping and he didn't have a skipjack rod on him. Well, I seen him flip over there and I had my skipjack rod ready. It's a good thing because I was getting low. We got another one. We got another one. Woo! I got a double on there actually, if they stay. Not one got off. I had a double. No, I still got a double. Get on there, boy. Looky there. Y'all need to be more like Catfish Dave and carry your skipjack rod on you. I was out of bait, but not no more. All right, people. I have established numbers. I have established some more fresh bait, since I do keep my skipjack rod in my boat. We're starting to get into the later morning hours, and I've seen the bites decrease, meaning that morning feeding time is starting to slack off. Now I could sit here anchored till noon and I might pop a golly whopper right here, but I know this time of year, when things slow down, a good thing to do is drift. Yo. That's a fish. Dag blasted waves. I believe this is the biggest one of the day. Lesson number 1. In the summertime, the early bird gets the fish. Now, I always knew this. Problem is, I'm lazy. So I usually get there about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I live a long ways from the river. It takes me a while to get up. I work hard all week. I don't feel like getting up. So even though I already know that getting there early would help me out, I go there when I feel like it. Because that's just me. But either way, in the summer, 2 times you're going to catch fish on an active bite, which is early in the morning, usually up till 10:30. You can still spark one out past that. And sometimes the bite dies off at 9:30. After that, any fish you earn through the day, you're going to earn that fish. You're just going to earn it. And then, again, going into the evening around dark, and then pretty much all night you can catch them. But that's your 2 key times. What I haven't done this summer really is do any night videos, and I sure ain't been there early. Lesson number 2. Always be prepared to catch bait. You know, I watched one of his videos, and he was talking about, well, there goes a skipjack, but I didn't bring my skipjack rod. Now, as many of y'all know, I have hooked him up on skipjack several times, and I've always got my skipjack rod on me. So as you've seen, when I was in his situation, and I seen the skipjack jump, well, hey, I got 3 in that video. That bought me more fishing time, you know. That's time that I didn't have to go catch skipjack, that I could go ahead and go fish. So in the Tennessee River system, you never know where those skipjack are going to start popping, when they're going to start popping. So it's good to be prepared for them if you can. Now in his situation, he's in a small kayak. I can understand why he would not want an extra rod with flies or whatever maybe on the kayak with him, because a kayak is limited on room. But either way, always be prepared to get bait. You never know. You may run out of bait through the night. You know, have a cast net on you. Always be prepared to get bait, because you never know when you're going to need more. Could have a good night and all your bait could go be going like that. Lesson number 3. Experience plays a role. I got successful on YouTube off the bank. And what I had done is I had become good with my area. Okay, I had learned basically kind of patterns off the bank from these public parks around Knoxville and Watts Bar and so on. I knew at this time of year, for instance, in the spring was good to fish here. I knew in the fall it was good to fish here. I knew in the summer it wasn't good to fish nowhere, but I did it anyhow. Any big fish I caught in the summer was usually real deep water, late at night. But I had developed these patterns. Justin Johnson has been catfishing now for, I know, at least 5 years out in that kayak or whatever. So what he has done is what I have done off the bank, and he has developed the same patterns. He remembers back, well, this area done me good this time of year, this area done me good. So he has developed these patterns. He has an advantage over me out in the water, away from these public parks. As far as you put us on a floating vessel, he's been doing it 5 years longer than me. But either way, how did he get that? Just time on the water, experience, you know. Same thing I done off the bank. That's what I got to do now. So the more you fish, the more you learn. Experience plays a role. Lesson number 4, we talked about time on the water, but I'm going to talk about it in a different sense. I live 60 miles from the river. Justin lives right on the river. Justin has a more flexible work schedule than I do. Typically, in the summer, I get 2 days I can take a shot at a video, and that's on the weekend, you know. He has the option to fish during the week. So he has more time on the water. I heard him mention in a video, and one thing I like about Justin is he's not fake. I heard him say, I didn't do an intro to this video because, to be honest with you, I got skunked the last 2 trips. There you go, people. There's 3 shots he took to get a fish on video in the summer. He admitted it. Okay? Summer fishing can be tough. And that's what happened to him. Well, he had that 3rd day. He was able to pull off a video. So time on the water is key. The more you're out there, it's common sense, the more you're going to be able to catch fish. That's what Justin had. Lesson number 5, you can do everything right and still not catch a big fish that day, you know. I went over great catfish areas, man. Everything that's known about catfishing, I fished those type of areas where they would be holding, and I was on fish. I landed a lot of fish that day, but I did not get on big fish. I drifted the ledges, I fished the holes, you know. I done what I was supposed to do. The big fish did not bite my bait that day, and that can happen, you know. Do everything right don't mean you're going to go out and get a big fish. So there is some luck to fishing, and when the big fish decides to bite, well, that's on his terms, not always on your terms. Lesson number 6, I ain't no Justin Johnson, and y'all don't need to keep comparing me, because we ain't the same. We're not in the same situation, and like I say, he's a friend of mine. I respect him as a fisherman. You know, is he a good fisherman? Well, hey, just look at his videos. That says everything right there. So, you know, he's getting experience under his belt. You know, he can do it. Eventually, you know, I hope he gets lucky enough, and it don't happen to everybody. Sometimes the guys that are the best fishermen don't land a triple-digit fish ever in their life. That's why they call it a fish in a lifetime, okay? Those fish are pretty much lucky fish, you know, especially in our area where you do not see many fish over 100 pounds. There's some luck involved into getting that. I hope if he keeps pursuing, he ends up with one. I've done my time. I've caught many big fish in my day, before my YouTube day. I've gotten my 50+ inch catfish, fish over 70, on way up past that. So either way, y'all quit comparing. I ain't no Justin Johnson, and I went out that day, and that was typical summertime in East Tennessee, y'all. This is a video. There was fish in the video. It makes it a fishing video. This is Catfish Stay with another one, signing out.